Let's paint loose watercolor tulips. Please check the video's description for additional info. I'll start with the first layer and do this with the wet on damp technique, and it should look like this. Prepare your pinks, violets, and greens, or change the colors to your liking. Let's wet the paper first with clean water and paint the tulip shapes. I skipped the sketching part, but feel free to draw your guidelines if you need to. Make sure your paper is not soaking wet though, or else your paint will spread everywhere and will not be able to retain the tulip shapes. That's why it's called wet on damp. I'll have 2 violet and 2 pink tulips, and I'll drop my greens to introduce the leaves to this simple composition. You might also notice that I'm using new brushes. These are my silver brushes, and I'm giving them a try for the first time. Well, the time that I was recording this video. Honestly, I'm starting to love these brushes. At first, I thought they were overrated, and I have contemplated for over a year before finally giving in to buying these ones and trying them out. I've been using these every day since I bought them for me to get to know them better. Switch to a smaller brush and splatter here and there for additional texture. Drop darker colors for contrast. Now look for a pointy object to draw your tulips. I'm using the other end of my Chinese calligraphy brush, but you can try an old credit card, used up pen, or even a calligraphy pen. Our painting subject, by the way, was suggested by Miss Bambi, if my memory serves me right. So if you want to suggest a painting topic for future paint-along sessions, feel free to comment down below. I'm focusing on florals for the rest of the year, but as some of you have suggested last week, we might go for a Chinese-style landscape/floral painting. Let me know what others think about this. Once done with that part, time to add darker layers and define the leaves and flowers. I'm directly painting the shapes and changing colors from time to time to make this painting more interesting. You can see how soft the silver black velvet hair is as I'm painting the tulips. This is actually a mixture of natural and synthetic hair, hence soft enough but springy enough for it to maintain its shape. I also love their synthetic ones, the one with the purple handle, and I purchased them from a local store at a very reasonable price. Let me know who's interested and I'll send you their Instagram page. Let's finish this up with leaves on the background and define the shape of the other tulips. I'm trying to add contrast by glazing the first layer with darker colors, and I suggest you do the same. Since we used a limited palette and the composition is so simple, we can make this more interesting by balancing out our light and dark colors. So observe where I'm dropping my darker ones. So far, I love these brushes and I would recommend it to others who are planning to upgrade their materials too. Brushes are the last ones that I upgraded. Watercolor paper first, paints next, and brushes last. But it's just me, and you might have other preferences and style. That's totally fine. Right. I'm looking forward to your version of this painting, so please post it on the link found in the description of this video, and let's appreciate our fellow watercolor lovers' output. Here's our painting of the week. See you next Saturday!